6 Social Security changes that will happen over the next decade. You heard it here first. Your old buddy Josh, bringing the truth, because I can handle the truth. And you should be able to handle the truth too. But Josh, you can't handle the truth. No truth handler are you. To Sideshow Bob. Oh my goodness, the best. Sideshow Bob. And there's Sideshow Bob. You can't handle the truth. No truth handler are you. Oh, man, it's just so great. Simpsons used to be fantastic. And then they went way deep on the SJW crap. Crazy. So they can kiss my big fat behind. So let's read this from NASDAQ.com. Put my big smiling mug right there. There we go. 6 Social Security changes experts predict could come in the next decade. I think they're all going to come in, actually. I can't remember. A good amount of them will. So number 1. Raising the full retirement age. I think the Republicans are idiotic enough to do that. I hate to say it, but I think they will. They'll raise the full retirement age. And it's just dumb because that's not going to appease your base. Your base doesn't want the full retirement raised. If you want to appeal to the working population, the non-educated elite, you don't raise the full retirement age. Oh, it's just such a... You're going to destroy the MAGA, and once Trump is out and probably J.D. Vance, MAGA will be lost, and it'll go just like the Tories in the freaking the UK, just a clown show, just like the Christian Democratic Party and the freaking Angela Merkel, just a clown show. It's just what the Republican Party is. They're clowns, all right? Democrats are evil, the Republicans are clowns, and once MAGA is gone, we'll be back to the clown, and as such, we'll be losing our huge inroads we've made with working class people. It's disgusting, but I think they will do that for sure. They'll probably raise it to 70 over 30-year time frame. So if you're born in 1990, 1990 or later, it's probably 1990. That's probably not long enough. They'll probably 2000 or later they'll raise it. Dumb. Modifying the payroll tax cap, I completely agree. They'll get rid of the cap. Right here is 168. Republicans will fight tooth and nail to do that, to avoid that. But they'll say, hey, in order to give away raising the full retirement age, the Democrats will raise the cap. I can see the Republicans doing that easily too. At least Sniffy Joe wanted to have a cap right there, $400,000. So if you didn't make, if you only made up to $400,000, you still didn't have to pay Social Security. The cap was still at 168, but once you made over $400,000, you're back into the cap. I mean, it's kind of stupid, but at least Sniffy Joe and John Larson wanted to do that. That's going to be an easy one for the Republicans because they're desperate to get the payroll. Man, my freaking eye, dude. They're desperate to get the. Can you see anything? My beautiful, beautiful green eyes, Hazel. I got like stuff in there. Ouch. The Republicans are desperate to get the full retirement age raised. The Democrats are desperate to eliminate the earnings cap, and so that will be a compromise right there. So you're going to pay, as a self-employed, I'll pay 12.4% on every dollar I make as self-employed. Adjusting the benefit formula, 100%. It'll cut benefits for high earners and boost them for lower earners. I don't think the Republicans will go with that, but I think they should. Look, I'm Republican. There's no two ways around that. I would be called what's a more fiscally liberal, socially conservative Republican. All right. So the old days of I'm a socially liberal, fiscally conservative Republican. That I don't have any. Those people I don't like. I'm not those guys. I'm not. What's that guy's name? Dave Portnoy. I'm socially liberal, fiscally conservative. You're not, just you're a clown. I mean, just that's all there is to it. I'm a fiscally liberal, socially conservative Republican. All right, the old school, the John Sibler Democrat of the old days, the old Democratic Party. That's where I would fall now, 100%. The fiscally liberal, socially conservative. We need to bring back those kind of Republicans. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need to bring back. But anyway, so right here. Adjusting the benefit formula, I would like to see I don't think you should have a benefit cut because it is your earned. You earn the money. You already have a benefit cut. I mean, the AWI, the average wage indexing, in terms of your bend points, I should say, there's already cut. You get 90% of the first 1,100, 32% of the next 4,500 roughly, and 15% of whatever's above that. So there's already kind of a wage benefit cut. But I would like to see the lower end, where the votes are, get a benefit increase, 100%. That's where the votes are. They're not at the high end. They're at the lower end. But I think there would be a wage cut as well. Absolutely. But I actually think there'll be a wage cut, and I do not think there'll be a benefit bump on the lower end. They're definitely going to revise the COLA. It's 100% stupid. I don't understand how people don't get this. They're going to use CPI instead of average wage index your whole life. All right. So instead of ADI, which has been about 50 basis points above CPI while you're in your working years, that's why we've got a bigger benefit. They're going to get rid of that and put it to CPI. I can see that a mile away. And of course, that'll be reduce your benefit as well. It's just this whole thing is about reducing benefits, and I don't subscribe to that. But that's an easy one. Because look, no one knows the difference between AWI and CPI. They're just going to simply say, "Hey, we're going to use CPI as opposed to AWI." People are like, "Okay, that makes sense," and without knowing they're taking money out of your pocket to do that for sure. Increasing the payroll tax rate, and this is one I do approve of. You got to increase it by even a small increase, as some guy named Benton. Spread over time could significantly improve solvency. Yep, and I think that's a way you got to. I mean, look, man, it's not pay as you go in terms of we're not fully funding this. Everyone knows that with payroll tax. But one of the ways to keep skin in the game is to say, hey, you pay more, 50 basis points on both sides, the employer and the employee. So instead of being 6.2, it'd be 6.7. I think that makes sense. And a benefit increase, 6.7 with a benefit increase. I think that'd be quite appealing to many people. Yeah, I don't mind paying a higher tax as long as I see it on the back end. I can see that happening too. Taxing benefits more heavily. I'm not quite sure about this. The Concord Coalition, they're still around. Oh, they suck, dude. I cannot stand the Concord Coalition. So fraud. Changes in how Social Security benefits or tax could be on the horizon, particularly for higher income employee retirees. The Concord Coalition reported up to 85% of benefits can be taxed depending on income. However, the income thresholds are not indexed to inflation, so more beneficiaries are taxed each year. Yeah, 100%. Proposals include lowering the income thresholds or increasing the share of benefits subject to taxation for higher earners. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that one. I don't think Republicans would agree with that, but I just don't. I don't think they'd give that one away because they're going to say, we're not going to tax more benefits. I don't think that's going to be in there. It's already being taxed. I mean, the reason I say this will happen because your benefits are already being taxed more heavily because they're not indexed for inflation right here. See. The income thresholds are not indexed for inflation, so more beneficiaries are taxed each year. That's already happening. They don't need to change anything to have that happen. So, anyway, 6 things are going to happen with Social Security. I would say these are set in stone in my opinion for sure. The question is when will this happen and how big of a loss will the Republicans take? Because don't remember George Mitchell, how we're supposed to get $2 of federal spending cuts for every $1 of tax increases that George H.W. Bush signed on to. And the Republican Party said, yay! And then the spending cuts didn't happen and the tax increases did. Yeah. Hey, Republicans, dumb as rocks. All right, God bless. Love your thoughts. Tickle that like button. Tickle it. We'll see you.